How is everybody doing? This is Justin Simpers with another edition of How to Make More Money in Sales by Jazz Hands. Anyway, wanted to throw out there to you guys today. I will be discussing sales techniques and specifically questions. Questions. I don't think, there's too many things that you could do from a sales perspective to get your clients to start thinking other than questioning them, right? I feel like that is, the big discover process in how questions are asked. So if, you came in and asked a bunch of closed-in questions. Closed-in questions are just simple one-word yes or no answers. You would like to avoid that as much as possible. However, taking me back to my timeshare days, I will tell you one icebreaker question that I used to say just about every time that I had somebody on a tour with me. So the first thing I would do, obviously, is the meet and greet. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. What brings you in? Blah, 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 blah. And then we sit down, and I'm about to go over what we're going to do over the next 3 hours, probably, because they say an hour and a half, but it's always 3. And I would have a contract in front of them, and I say, hey, so did you guys come in to buy today? Is that what you guys came in to do? And then you just shut up. Right? And listen. Don't speak. Don't speak. Ba-boo, ba-boo. You can't speak. Right? And then they're going to probably laugh. And they're going to say no. Right? And so the fun begins. Right? The unraveling. I call a new broker. I'm like, hey, Mr. Broker, I know that you just wanted to get another sales call from another AE. And you're ready to sign up with my company. So where should I send the broker package to? Probably not going to work as it did in timeshare. So just giving you guys some examples, right? That would not fly. They'd be like, click, hang up, right? But, I would ask questions, though, in the beginning that were in between close in and not. But it would be a question to get them to think, like, for example, I'll use timeshare, for instance, because I feel like that's such a hard sell. But if I said, okay, how much do you guys spend a year on vacations? I don't know, $3,000, right? Well, what if for $2,000 a year, I can put you in a better place, you can stay longer, you're going to save money, and you're going to live and have better vacations? I mean, would that slightly interest you? Right? And so it kind of gets them thinking. That's obviously a yes or no question, but really want to stay away from those. I do ask questions like, for instance, when I make broker calls, who do you use right now for your lenders? Who do you use? And then they're going to tell you, I use, ABC Bank and, DHJ Bank, right? For instance. Well, then the follow-up question is to that, for me, would be, why do you use those lenders? Can you tell me why you use those lenders? And then you shut up and listen, right? Because they're going to tell you why they use those lenders. And then you're going to know what their hot buttons are, right? It's just like if you're asking somebody about, which loan officers do you use, and they're going to tell you, and then you say, well, why do you use those people? And be frank with me, help me understand, right? And so if you can tune your mind into listening mode and have some questions that you have jotted down, you can actually steer the whole sales process. And what ends up happening is you, and this is an old school sales term, but you end up boxing them in, right? You're going to put them in a box. And once they're in that box, there's 4 walls. They can't go anywhere. They're going to do business with you. And I'll explain all that a little bit more, but I wanted to touch base with you guys really quickly on how important questions are. Open-end questions are the most important in discovery finding. Your ears need to be open so you can listen to them, and you have to understand that if you're going to ask questions, you need to be quiet and wait for them to answer. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a nice day and reach out to me with any questions you might have.